That'll work. Good. Okay. All right. Then docs. Okay. And I'll open up the side view, I think. Can I do that? Oh, the chat. I'll put the links to the stuff in the chat so that anyone that joins can see the agenda. Okay. Okay. All right. We are officially on. So we'll have to move it so that no one sits in front of the thing. So hopefully they can hear us. Okay. That down. Oh. Sort of hearing. Hey, welcome back. Here's another agenda. You can add it to your growing collection.
I know, I've got a collection. I kind of got to get in charge of my things. They are just out of control.
Well, feels very awkward. We are on, by the way.
Okay,
So this is all recorded.
good deal.
But yeah, Shirley Rose called and said that she won't make it. She hasn't actually gone out since the big snow.
Oh,
And I actually
I understand.
You know, I can kind of see why.
Does she live in the country?
No,
I don't
she is
think she
absolutely.
lives.
I mean, she's at least 10 years older than I am, I think.
And she, you know, probably just wants to not slip or risk anything, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's what I was
it's
thinking.
so easy to.
It's so
Oh my
easy to
goodness,
slip.
yes.
Yeah. And I was thinking myself, like when we were thinking about, you know, whether or not to have this meeting on that Monday after everything snowed, I was like, it's just not worth totally like hard.
No.
So it's like,
I have yet to ride the trolley. I need to practice that experience.
I haven't either. I think it's good. I've heard good things anyway.
Yeah.
I heard somewhere over the phone.
I need to I encourage people to come to my house to use the They should be able to use that easily.
Oh.
You want to take a look at these stickers? Like I got 2 other ones to print off. I just waiting for approval to get it done, but look cute. I like the feel of these stickers.
Yeah. They're nice quality.
Oh, yeah.
What are the 2 that you haven't get yet?
It's Rendezvous, which I still have for the postcards to be printed, but you get a little bit of a discount if you do multiple at a time for the stickers. So that's why I'm holding off on ordering it, but the other one is the art galleries. And that's getting 3 people approval, which 2 out of 3 it's fine, but which I think Rebecca pretty much said that like it's good,
Yeah.
but it wasn't to the finish look.
Right.
And John sees
Great charge.
Oh, and you don't have metal detector to go through, do you?
Right.
That's interesting. That was an interesting. So now, where did they get the passport? You know what the passport looks like?
It's not printed yet
It's not
because we had to add 2 more pages to make it a multiple form. So,
I'll try working on that tomorrow to add more stuff to the bucket
well,
list.
and I think, like, the only thing that's really left is we need maybe 2 more bucket list items. And then I'd like to change that border on the back to match the border on the front of the passport. We've got a cute little thing, it looks like a real passport where you put your photo, you know, your headshot and everything.
uh-huh.
So, it's gonna be fun. I know that they did something similar where you could go, like, you would buy a pass to all the sites. And it was like $30 or something, and then you would get it stamped at each place, but I think this one with it not including the ticket, cause that would make it so expensive. Like, just having something where people can track going to different places around town, I think it'll be more popular that way.
It'd be interesting to see.
Mhm. At least that's what we're hoping.
I know, I always enjoyed having my little national parks passport, you know.
That's what it's based on, yeah.
In fact, I keep it in the middle of my car because one time we took a trip and we wound up at one of the national parks and we didn't have ours.
No.
So then we bought another set of
Oh,
passports so that we could collect that stamp while we were there.
Oh, that's fun.
I thought, that's not gonna happen to me again, so I keep it in the car.
It seems like you had a lot of adventures.
I don't know.
I mean, I'll call you and you'll be like, I'm in, you know, and you'll name a state. Like, so far away, I'm like, okay.
It's kind of dry right now. I was gonna go out to Gulf Shores. Last week, my brother and sister-in-law were there. And they said, come on down and then we'll drive back to Vincennes. And they're on their way to Purdue game, because he graduated from Purdue. I couldn't envision myself giving up 7 days of not being around to do what needed to be done. And I said, I can't do it. And then when that crazy weather came in, I thought, I'm not sure I'll get there.
Yeah.
I was gonna fly down and ride back with them.
Oh, you know what? Does it make a difference? Our address is Bruceville, not Vincennes.
Okay, we'll reprint it.
Should have just taken it up here.
Right? Oh, and Shirley Rose isn't gonna make it after all, so, oh well. But, you know, maybe, no, I don't think she'll join us by Zoom, what am I saying? But, you know, if she could, if she wanted to.
John's gonna make me put it again, right?
Yeah. I mean, he didn't say he wasn't earlier. Oh, hey, Karen.
Yeah.
We were going over some things from like the last quarter of the year, and since this is the beginning meeting of this year. I'm not going to really do anything about what we did in December and stuff like that, because I'm gonna be presenting on the year as a whole.
gotcha.
So I just thought I'd bring that for you, because you'd be the only one in the room that hadn't seen what we were doing in December. and
Oh,
January.
okay, all right, thank you.
I love the idea. I always like the idea when we did the National Park Fest.
That's what you is all age one. I guess it is, it's not how old we are.
I love.
I'm older than you though.
And we, you know, we got one from Brian when he was little, even though we had one. I think it's a great idea.
Well, and really it's Catherine designed all of these.
Like,
Yeah, she's very good.
you're never gonna leave us, right?
Never, I think that's how it sounded.
Yeah.
Maybe there's some considerations of the things.
So are they gonna have are these sticky over that?
Yeah, they're stickers,
And
so
not
you
gonna
don't
have
have
a
to
book,
feel.
but they just slid it in?
Yeah, no, and there's a book, but I think when we talk to the sites, we'll ask them to hand the person the sticker so they can, and some of these, you might decide you just want on like your water bottle or something.
Yeah.
So they may not want to put them. Well,
Well, I apologize because
So we should
I
just say
didn't,
that
it says Vincent's on the thing
Right?
you sent me. And I just looked at the picture, I guess, and thought, oh, that's super cute. And I didn't even see.
Well, and what we'll do
Vincent's.
is we'll have you take the ones that, you know, that say that, just in case, like, before, like, if you run out at some point.
Right,
You can
okay.
use those and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Right?
Because it's
Wonder.
across the highway is Vincent's, but on our side is Bruceville.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I like having it more from the county anyway.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even know he does stickers.
So John, he does anything you want.
What?
Did you put the satin lady one from?
But it's close now, John. John, remember we-
That's a historical
we-
study.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Just
yeah,
a, just a heads up.
This is being recorded. For posterity,
Yes.
I just was reminding you. I didn't know where you were going down. And I kind of said,
Yes.
Um. What was that term that? He used from you about the break and feel, is that?
Yeah,
Break and
something like that.
It's a break, you know, how the stickers can have a break on them, so it's easier to get the stickers.
Yes.
But I don't know what that is.
Especially if you're elderly, you have a hard time.
Oh, yes.
Because, you know, you can't, I remember my mother-in-law saying, I can't open this water bottle, you'll know someday. What time is it?
Yeah.
3:59.
Okay, yeah, actually, might as well go ahead and open. Are you ready to do your spell, John? I'll open the meeting. Okay, we'll open the meeting for Vincent's Tourism on Monday, February 2nd. Call to order, then we need to approve the minutes. Did everybody get those? Get those in there? Yeah, of course, we don't have them here. So, I'm sure you remember if there's, you do have a copy. We have with every 3 months, it's makes it a little harder. What?
Yeah, this one, if anybody needs to look at
I think 3 months you kind of forget again. I think it was good. I remember reading it when I was on vacation. Oh, yeah. John, want to take a look at it? Do you remember what you saw in the minutes? When you open up? So we'll have an approval for the October minutes, please. Oh. Yeah. Aaron, and a second, please. Second. Sandra? All those in favor? Say aye. Those opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. We're ready for treasurer's report, John.
Okay, on your second and third page there, you have, first is the, all year 2025, and, we had a good year.
Thanks.
The, total commission funds for the year is just under $800,000. And, our expenses are spelled out there. Of course, the biggest one is our public relations, advertising and tourism development grants. And we spent right around 250,000 just on those, on the advertising, public relations and tourism grants. Things have been going good, and everything was kept within the budget, except, you know, a little bit over under public relations and advertising. That's where we gave the $30,000 grant to the military museum for help on their construction, and the additional money to the World Series event here since. Maintenance was a little bit over also because of the,
HVAC unit.
but
That was 30,000 on its own.
the building is of course much better shape than it was when we bought it, so everything's looking good on there. You have the presentation before you, and then on the next page is the January. And the month of January, of course, just closed, and things are going well. We have zero income yet because our first check will be this next month from the fourth quarter of 2025. And the draw is gonna be $140,855.50. And then also we have the sports facility 2%. And the draw for that will be $48,594.34, and that should be arriving this next month. So, and you have for the expenses there, it's pretty under control. It's just the start of the year, but that's what we have for us.
We'll get that done today. Get the ball rolling. Does everything look okay? Does everyone have any questions about the treasurer's report? Something that you see that John hasn't, he's touched on everything and does a great job anyways. They think we're all good. Just to kind of I think John probably knows, on the expansion grant that we gave the museum, that building's been done for a while, and the theater's been put in, the seats are in. We're just trying to get the movie together, so things are rolling along like that.
Congratulations.
I don't know anything else, like. Of course, we didn't give any money to the red or anything, but things seem to be going, and to do a total income of 800,000, that's pretty good, that's real good. So a lot of people are coming to town and doing what they're supposed to do to help us. That's a good thing. If there's no questions anybody has, I'll take that motion to approve the treasurer's report.
I'll make a motion.
Sandra is number
It's
one.
gonna be between Pam and I. Karen and I.
Yeah, I'll second.
Everybody. To approve.
All in favor?
All in favor? Yes.
No nays. Hey, it's your turn, Janice.
Okay, so according to the contract that we have, with the county, every year, I'm supposed to present you a year in review to talk about what we've done for the year. So act surprised, right? I have kind of kept everyone in the loop. So I was pulling a lot of stuff that we had talked about, in our October meeting anyway. So this year, and if it sounds like I'm yelling, it's for those people. So this year, I did complete the Indiana Tourism Academy, so I got the Certified Indiana Tourism Professional Credential at the end of January. We launched our digital guest books at Grouseland, Red Skelton, Vincennes State Historic Sites. It's given us some really valuable marketing information about, like, when people answer, how did you find out about us? Like, it'll tell us that, oh, they saw a brochure, or they maybe saw us online. Online is our number one way of reaching people. And I will say that Grouseland has been especially successful with the digital guest books. They've had almost 1,000 people put their information in, which is fantastic. And I want to say that, it is helping them, because they've even gone back and contacted historians who came to Grouseland and said to them, hey, you asked about this question or this reference, and I went and looked it up, and then now I'm getting back to you. So they have ways to reach people, which is really good. It's been so positive. We hired Catherine this year. She has turned out to be a really great graphic designer, as you guys all saw, with the stickers that she designed.
Great job, Catherine.
Yeah, she's just a real asset, and she's very motivated and friendly. And I will say, people like her, so that's been fantastic. She also scheduled 104 group tour itineraries between the field trips and then the adult group tours, 104. And that's a lot of planning. And I will also say, we did get hit pretty hard with the homeschool market this year, because we've been doing a lot of advertising specific to that. So that's been really positive. But yeah, 104, and we are, as far as I know, the only county in all of Indiana that schedules the field trips for their sites. So
Some schedules them in other places.
the teacher has to call each site individually.
Oh.
So that's just something that we take on, and Carrie Lambert, who runs the Indiana Tourism Association, asked me why I hadn't gotten rid of that yet. And I'm like, oh no, this is just something we like to do, because
Yeah, years ago, they did what you said, that
Yeah.
the group, no matter what group it was, they would just call ahead. But this is kind of good, because it kind of helps the museums around town. Even though it have to be in conjunction with Catherine, it kind of alleviates that a little bit, and kind of makes it a little bit smoother, the transition.
And it's also like, we have days in May that actually do fill up completely, so if there's
Yeah.
3 group tours, like 3 field trips on a thing. They don't call Indiana Military Museum schedule, call Rouseland and schedule, then call, you know, Clark and find out,
Oh,
oh, they've
can't do
already
that
got
day.
too many, so now I've gotta change them all.
Yeah.
By keeping the master schedule, that's really helpful.
It's good.
Thanks, Catherine.
Yay, good job.
Mhm.
And she does that on her own. I'm not taking any credit for that. So we kicked off the America 250 thing last year with the Riders of the Revolution event, and that was a joint thing between Grouseland and the Visitors Bureau, and it went like amazing, like 300 people. We would not have predicted that, you know, that would be so successful, and you know, it's just awesome that we could do it with Grouseland, who, you know, we've been really building bridges with. This year, we bought the land for the sports park, we did that sports park pro forma. So we're really moving forward with that, who would have guessed? Last year, you know, we just started collecting the tax and we've already made so much progress. We awarded Georgianne Leonard the Tourism Volunteer of the Year award, that was nice.
And she was surprised.
She was surprised, we will never pick a board member again, sorry. You know, Catherine and I volunteered at Summer on Main, Irreverent Warriors, Chris Kindle Market, Tavern Dinner, Vincent State Historic Sites Princess Academy. Like so many, that's not all of them, but just we're always showing up. So, you know, just this last weekend, you know, for the United Way karaoke fundraiser, we're just always showing up. We ran booths at Super Bright Sunday, Heartland Travel Showcase, the Farmers Market, Knox County Fair, VU Orientation, Cincinnati River Roots Festival, VU Resource Day, all that. We did a big push to get those families that were at the Cub League World Series to go to our sites. And, you know, most of them chose Indiana Military Museum, maybe because of its location with the hotels and everything, and the age of the kids that were involved, but it was very successful. We've got that passport project that's about to launch. I did a speaking gig this last year at the Indiana Homeschooling Educators Conference. On, you know, Indiana field trips and kind of include all of Indiana, but us especially, right? I did have a few people that were interested in the Purdue shrimp farm I talked about, so. Our online advertising, you can see our numbers here are incredible. We're up to 32,869 contacts in our constant contact. And then our Facebook had 5.6 million views this year. We're up 878 net followers. Our engagement was up 49%. So that's people who click, like, react, and they engage with the post in some way. So that's a lot. We had 50,753 3-second video views. That was up 1,000%.
Yeah, that's good.
Because we were doing more video. We had 741 1-minute video views, and that's up 91%. So you can just see that the numbers are really good. And I'll say, like, when it says up 91%, I thought last year was a good year. I thought that we were going to be like hard pressed to beat last year. So I'm feeling really good about our social media numbers. And again, that's on Catherine too. She does a lot of those weekly updates and stuff like that. She went out and, I don't know if you saw the picture today where she took a picture of the groundhog in front of the George Rogers Park Memorial. That was really fun.
Like your crown.
So yeah, we're just killing it. PR wise this year for TV, Rendezvous was filmed for PBS fairs and festivals. And comedian Jeff Batts filmed his comedy special in Vincennes, and he went to Indiana Military Museum, First City Music Fest, the Red Skelton, other places. So he filmed around town. There's a list of some of our radio things that have been, you know, free PR for us. Online, you know, we consistently get, you know, good reviews because lots of people love it here. So we can't really take credit for all the good reviews, but our sites are killing it. And then there's a list there of the grants we gave out this year, $108,700. So, I mean, when you look at percentage wise of our budget, like, we are just giving back. I'm sure some of these organizations would not be able to do what they do without, you know, the kind of help that we're giving them, so.
No, that's great. I mean, you look at how many that are on the list and what we gave.
Yeah.
So our payback tax from the hotels is doing a great job.
I agree.
It's good. It's real
Okay.
good.
So that is the 2025 year in review. For anyone that's watching at home, I'm sure you guys have heard all this, but
Thank
them.
you, Janice. Tourist Commission business.
so the quarter 4 draw is you signing the paperwork to accept the dollars.
And have the papers, okay. And then 2025 recap,
Oh,
you already
I
did,
did it in the executive director's report, so yes.
so we're good with that.
So that's us.
So we're very happy. We had quite a bit of hotel stays this quarter,
Oh, yeah.
so it's great.
So, yeah. You guys have your next meeting dates all listed there, if that's helpful. Yes.
Try and get them on the right dates.
At least,
Right?
at least we won't have snow.
Right? I think the April one is safe.
I think we still have the snow in April. It's.
Oh,
The
no,
big
no.
piles. Yes, the
That
big
might be-
piles will still be around, but.
That might be. So thanks to all those people that come to Vincennes to donate their money to hotel stays for us.
Yeah. And, you know, we had to redo this meeting, but I appreciate everybody being flexible. Like, you know, we had to we couldn't have done it the same week or something because we had to re-advertise it as a commercial. Put up the new agenda on the door, you know, we had to follow all the things, so.
It all turned out good though.
It all turned out.
Just as it's- Okay, I think we've done what we need to do for our business today. So does anybody have any questions about Janice's recap or the money that we handed out? To see, everything looks great to me. You look at the people we gave to, like I said, and it's amazing how much we contribute to. So if we're all good, we'll call for adjournment already, buddy. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Sandra, John, second. All those in favor? All those. Both names. Yay, the meeting is officially done and everything looks like it's in order. I think we're good.
Thank you. You have, like, files of these? You know, like, I don't know, JPEG or PDF or something.